Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black version. Of course, my refrigerator starts every time I do these voiceovers, I swear. But today we are working on we are playing episode number 14 in the series, and this is going to be a big update episode. We have a ton of stuff changing on the team here. And I think we're, by the end of this episode, going to have like a really good glimpse into like what's going to be our close to final team. So it is a really exciting time here on the channel. You know, this is where I think I'm picking a lot of the Pokemon that are going to stick with us until the end of the game. There may be one or two minor updates made after this episode, but I think for the most part this is going to be it. This is going to be all the exciting stuff, so I'm really looking forward to catching all these Pokemon with you here today, because it is going to be quite a bit of a change-up, and I think some Pokemon that you might not expect to leave are going to be leaving the team, and some additions are going to be made that I feel are very warranted. I think this is our first start to that. The Pokemon, I think his name is like Sarcophagus, something like that. But man, this is such a cool looking psychic type Pokemon. I don't know if stats wise if it's better than the Pokemon we already have, our Muna or whatever the evolution of Muna is called, but I do think it looks a lot cooler and I think it vibes with like the general aesthetic of my team a little bit better. I like the colors, and I like the look of it. Like it's so hard not to like. And I think that having the flying type associated with our psychic type is going to add some value there too as well. Especially going up against a fighting type Pokemon, right? We'll have double the power, although it does give us some more weaknesses. I don't think it's very many. Maybe electric typing. What else is flying? I don't know. A rock typing. But late game, that's usually not a big deal. But yeah, I think it's a cool looking Pokemon overall. I think it's a solid choice. I think it fits sort of the theme of this group a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, obviously, once we catch him here, he'll be taking the spot of our Psychic type Pokemon on the team. And he's already at level 20, which is a good starting point for like a Pokemon at this point in time in the game. I feel like this is actually a good level to catch him at. Like, he blends with our team upon catching him, like, right out the gate, so that's always very helpful. And I feel like he's powerful enough that we're not going to do a whole ton of cross-training with him. What is he? Yeah, Flying Psychic. And of course, we have to give him a nickname here, so we have to determine the nickname for this guy. And I think I got it. I think I got it, folks. Welcome to the team. The one, the only, the Starburst. I think that's a pretty fitting name for him. And, yeah. I think why it's taking me a minute there is I was just searching up how to spell it, just to double check. Unlike with Peanuts, I'm going to make sure we have him spelled correctly. So like I said, I don't think Peanuts will make it to the end of the game. And just as a sidebar there, Peanuts may or may not make it to the end of the episode. So if you have any predictions as to who may replace Peanuts, drop that down in the comments below. But of course, here we meet with Sharon and the Professor. That was sort of some ongoing conversation from a previous point, or a previous episode in this Let's Play, but we just finally got there, so like I said, I wanted to catch him first. I knew he was there. I didn't know where the next guy was, but I probably could have caught him too as well, if there's any hint there as to the next Pokemon we'll be catching. We need to research, we need to have a journey, we need to do Pokemon related stuff, Average Joe. I understand, buddy. I get it. But this is actually a little bit longer of an episode in the series. Normally we only go for about 15 minutes, but here we're going for the full-blown 20. And why are we doing that? Well, because we got some Team Plasma stuff going on here as well. Which, of course, they're just doing their standard, typical Team Plasma jazz, right? Nothing here to really write home about. Just the standard. Please help me. Okay, we can have some Team Plasma battles. If we must. This may be a good opportunity to try out Starburst as well. I'm not sure because I just added him to the team, but I didn't go to the Pokemon Center yet, so he actually may not be on the team at this moment. But he's over there on the right. And I may actually use the evolution of Luna here a little bit. Yeah, see, Gobstopper's still there. I may use Gobstopper as a send-off here, but it's still, you know, that's the direction it's gonna go. So I looked as to when we caught him and added him to the team. That might have been a minute or two prematurely, but oh well. Of course, we're going up against my favorite Pokemon, Squirrel in a Tree. Can't get enough of this guy. Some of the comments about him in earlier episodes where he was so good that Game Freak just decided not to put him in other games out of fear of people using him too much. That was a great comment. And Trubbish is coming out. This is the garbage type Pokemon I referenced in an earlier episode. This Pokemon is quite literally trash. And I don't say that to mean it's bad. I mean, it is literally trash. So yeah, this will be Gobstopper's final battle here, I'm pretty sure. Gobstopper, we love what you did for the team. You are a cool Pokemon. Not quite my style, but you served us well, Gobstopper. I just feel like Gobstopper was a good Pokemon to really I would say it really held its own in battles and was bulky for a Psychic type Pokemon, which is a good change of pace there, but usually the Psychic type Pokemons are more glass cannons. So it was nice to have a different type of Psychic Pokemon on the team, but I think at the end of the day, Starburst is going to be a much cooler looking addition. It more fits that glass cannon role, but you know, you need somebody on the team like that. He gave us a bike. Let's bike, baby! And I think we need the bike to go and catch the other Pokemon. And here's Bianca. Hey Bianca, how's it going? Okay. Talk to you later, Bianca. Be on your merry way. I try to go in here right away. I think this is the gym leader. I did go in here at one point in time. This is like a very... I don't even know why you would go in there, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, all your Pokemon get leveled up to 50 and you just go against other Pokemon. It's cool in theory, but you don't get EXP out of it, which is what I would hope you would get out of like a training area like that. I realize Game Freak wouldn't want to do that because you could infinitely train, but it's better than like training in the grass. Unless I'm wrong and I'm missing something, somebody put down in the comments if I'm wrong, but it seems like they give you Pokemon where all the Pokemon are equal and then you just have to outsmart your opponent, which to me doesn't... I guess for competitive Pokemon players, that's probably like one of the funnest places to go. But for myself, it holds absolutely no value. Like, beyond zero value. It's like a negative number in value. Here you can see some of the Pokemon that I've caught along the way that I probably haven't shared. I have been catching Pokemon here as we progress. Maybe not a whole ton, but I know in some future episodes I catch some Pokemon that I just immediately put in the box too. I've been trying to catch Pokemon that look decent that we find out in the wild. But here's our second Pokemon that we're going to be catching. This is why this episode is so long, is like this whole tomb section here, which is very, very annoying. For those that want to save yourself the headache if you're playing through this on the first time, when you're going through like the tombs where they dip down, if you're walking on the sides before you get to the hole, if you just walk you'll be in good shape. If you run, you'll be in bad shape, so just make sure to walk. And here we go. We got Starburst against a Starburst. I don't know what it's going to use. Oh, that move. That move is really, really good. I'm going to use Thief here. It's going to be super effective, but... yeah, I don't know what that move is. Oh, Light Screen. That move is really, really killer, and it's going to come in clutch in the next episode. I think, that being said, following this episode, either episode 15 or 16 is going to be extremely long. Like, an ungodly long episode. And, for all those dying to see a little bit longer episodes, I'm sure you're going to love it. There is a little bit of a bait and switch that happens, if I'm going to be honest, but it's going to be cool, and I'm sure you're all going to enjoy it, and I'm really excited for one of those upcoming episodes. Like I said, we have a lot of good episodes in the pipeline right now. Like, we're reaching that point in the Let's Play where, like, a lot of really fun, exciting stuff is happening, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you, because it's so cool to me. Xyliv, okay, he's just going to take out my entire team then. I think that's just because he's outspeeding right now, which is one thing he's, like, excellent at. It's a very, very fast Pokemon. Try Thief again. Maybe the light screen wore off. No, it used it again. Okay. So that's not going to help us much. But the good news here is that he can't really do much to us. And we got a critical hit out of that, so that's fine. Okay, he's not going to be able to do a ton. This might actually knock him out here. Oh, he has like 1 hit point left. We can do that one more time. I think we should be able to take this. No, we can't. Never mind. I'm dead. Okay. Who do we want to wrap up? Does anybody have Quick Attack on them? Probably would have been better for Dove to take this one on. Sweetheart would be cool, because Sweetheart could probably use an evolution here sometime soon. Can you tank it, Sweetheart? You can. Okay. Impressive. Good work by Sweetheart, but are we lucky enough to get an evolution here? Let's see. I don't think Sweetheart evolves this early. Well, that would be killer if it did. Yeah, no, nothing out of that. That kind of stinks. Alright, then of course I had to heal everybody up. Get everybody in working condition so that way we can go into the next fight in decent shape here. And what do we got? Oh, I like this guy. He's pretty cool. And I'm throwing Starburst out there, just so Starburst can get some EXP, but I honestly don't think Starburst is doing too bad. Let's see how Thief does when Light Screen isn't up. Honestly, a good bit better. It's not as much as I was hoping for, but, you know, it is a good bit. Is it in 3-hit KO range? Yeah, I think so, honestly. I don't know what that does. Maybe it makes him notarized down at, like, the public court, but... why he's doing it? Probably because he doesn't have any super effective moves against myself. Sending out a Muna. I'm gonna... what do we have? Oh, Peanuts has Bite. But Muna, as we know, is a little bit... oh no, Muna's the pre-evolution. It's probably not bulky in any regard. We could probably take this thing out. I think this is what... it discouraged me from using the evolved form of Muna, like, altogether. Was, just, it was so weak for so long, and then became so good, that, like, I was constantly looking for an out. You know, like a Pokemon that was better. And by the time that, like, I found one, and I was like, oh yes, I want this Pokemon in the future. Right, like, I already had the replacement in place, so, like, it seemed like a no-brainer. But here you can see, because I'm running, I actually fall in this. If I was just walking, I would be able to walk along the sides and get myself out of there, but I wanted to show what it was like to fall in this hole at least once. And I think we come across, like, a pretty unique Pokemon down here, if I'm not mistaken. I might not show it in the Let's Play. Let's see. If we come across this guy. He looks cool. He made a cool noise. I've got nothing against him, but I don't particularly love him, if I'm gonna be honest. So, we're just gonna run away. I don't need to catch him. There's, like, nothing to him that, like, I really value. Now, yes, I fall down the hole again. I did not learn my lesson the first time. And I think we run into another one of these guys. Let's see. No, we run into a little peanut. Well, that's always a cool find. And if you made it to this point in the episode, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for a soda pop, baby. We're just getting bombarded with Pokemon here at this point down here. Just run. Yeah, it's not worth the effort. I think we go back up, and I think there might be a cut here, because I think eventually I do, I search up online how to do this. Thank God we live in the era of technology. Because I clearly have to go this way, but every time I try to go that way, I fall down the damn hole. And man, if only this Pokemon had something about it that actually made me like it. Because we run into a lot of them, they look pretty cool, but I don't know enough about it. I'm not excited. I try the bike here. I think maybe the bike will work. The bike doesn't work, as you can see. You go down the tubes. Right on out of here. But this is how you do it, folks. You actually just walk. Just walk. I talked to this guy. He's giving us a fossil. So I'm going to sit on this for a while, but this is definitely the fossil that I want. What is this fossil? The plume fossil. This is for sure the one that I want, and will lead us to our next team member. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there is only about 3 minutes left in this episode. If you did like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be playing this series here, Pokemon Black, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll be playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong on Sundays, and we'll be playing Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on Mondays and Wednesdays. So lots of good stuff to check out here on the channel. We have a lot of Let's Plays in the pipeline that I have planned out that we're going to do next. So lots of interesting stuff to check out. And yeah, any likes, comments, or subscriptions are greatly appreciated for myself. But now let's jump over to the city that we came from before we even crossed the bridge like a few episodes ago, because this is where we actually get the fossil made. And I'm just standing here. I'm chilling like a villain, ladies and gentlemen. But no, we're gonna get this fossil made into a Pokemon here and add it to the team and have our final team replacement for this episode. So that should be some exciting stuff. Like I said, I believe we are going to be boxing peanuts in order to perform this transaction here. But it looks like for the time being, I'm just standing here. So you could thank Average Joe here for not doing a great job at managing cuts, because this should have been handled very easily. I think it's this lady on the right here that we need to talk to, yeah. Yes. She comes back with our Pokemon. Please take care of it. And I actually think the level we get this Pokemon at is pretty extraordinary. Oh, I need to go and box the Pokemon prior. So yes, we have to make the decision here, and like I said, we're going to be boxing peanuts. I understand that we're getting rid of ground for ground flying, which has its own trade-offs. But I don't need 2 ground Pokemon, is my thing at the end of the day. So goodbye, peanuts. Thank you for your service on the team. We liked you very much, but I think it's time to make way for an all-new Pokemon. One that I'm very excited to have on the team, because man, does this thing look cool. And I think it starts to even out. Like, I always like a really great-looking team of Pokemon, and with the Pokemon that we added today with Starburst, and now this Pokemon here, the color palette of our Pokemon looks freaking awesome. I mean, look at this guy. He's Aerodactyl 2.0. Let's be real. with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I hope you liked the episode, and we hope to see you all here on the next one. With that being said, let's see what we name this guy. We name him Gusher before we head out, but hope you all enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you on the next one. Until then, as always, peace out, Girl Scout.